When two identical or similar letters follow one another in the Quran, they will be fused together, as long as the first of which has sukoon. Like when we say, وَإِذَا غَرَبَتْ تَقْرِضُهُمْ ذَاتَ الشِّمَالِ. So here we pronounced one ta. غَرَبَتْ تَقْرِضُهُمْ. And we also say, وَإِذْ قُلْتُمْ يَا مُوسَى لَن نُؤْمِنَ لَكَ حَتَّى نَرَى اللَّهَ جَهْرَةً. So these were two identical letters. If they are similar, we're going to do the same thing as well. وَدَّ طَائِفَةٌ مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ. So these two letters are not identical, but they are similar and they share many of their characteristics. So we say وَدَّ طَائِفَةٌ. So if two letters are identical or they share many of their characteristics, they will be fused together into one, as long as the first of which has sukoon. In Arabic, we call that idgham al-mutamathilayn or idgham al-mutajanisayn, or in English, fusing identical or similar letters. This concept, with all its cases, was explained in this lesson, so make sure to check it out if you want to learn more about it. This little introduction is meant to introduce today's common mistake, which is fusing letters that must not be fused together. Like, for example, fusing the letter ta together with the jim, which is a very common combination when it comes to this type of mistake, like in this example. كُلَّمَا نَضِجَتْ جُلُودُهُمْ بَدَّلْنَاهُمْ جُلُودًا غَيْرَهَا. Here the mistake happens between نَضِجَتْ and جُلُودُهُمْ. The mistake that usually happens is that the ta becomes so muffled and so hidden that it becomes fused with the jim that follows it in the next word, and it sounds like this. كُلَّمَا نَضِجَتْ جُلُودُهُمْ بَدَّلْنَاهُمْ. And that is, of course, not correct. So why does this mistake happen? Well, the sound ta is a whispering sound, which means that it can easily be left out since it is not the most audible sound. And that's why you will hear a little gush of air that follows the ta, because if you do that, you make sure that it is pronounced properly. Let's listen to it one more time. كُلَّمَا نَضِجَتْ جُلُودُهُمْ. So, in order to make sure that the ta is pronounced properly, make sure to completely pronounce the ta, finish pronouncing it first, let the gush of air come out, ta, and then proceed to the next word. Let's have a look at one more example. This time will be the ta with sukoon, but this time it will be followed by dha. وَكَمْ قَصَمْنَا مِنْ قَرْيَةٍ كَانَتْ ظَالِمَةً وَأَنشَأْنَا بَعْدَهَا. Again, the mistake here would sound like this. وَكَمْ قَصَمْنَا مِنْ قَرْيَةٍ كَانَتْ ظَالِمَةً. That is not correct. You are not supposed to say كَانَتْ ظَالِمَةً. That is not correct. You have to show the ta at the end of the word. كَانَتْ ظَالِمَةً. One last example. وَلَوْلَا دَفْعُ اللَّهِ النَّاسَ بَعْضَهُمْ بِبَعْضٍ لَهُدِّمَتْ صَوَامِعُ وَبِيَعٌ. So it is wrong to say لَهُدِّمَتْ صَوَامِعُ وَبِيَعٌ. Also, when these two letters follow one another, it can be confusing to many learners who didn't practice the sound enough. But fortunately, there aren't many examples of the Quran that have this combination. But this is how you should pronounce it. وَإِذْ زَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَعْمَالَهُمْ. The mistake here is that some people tend to forget or to fuse the with z, and they say وَإِذْ زَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ, or the other way around, that they would fuse the z with the and say وَإِذْ زَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ, and that is not correct. The correct pronunciation is showing both sounds separately. وَإِذْ زَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ. So what is the solution? How can we avoid making such mistakes? Well, there are two solutions. First, by learning the rules of which letters can be fused with which letters, which I explained in this lesson. So check it out to learn which letters are fused and how you can perform the fusion properly. The second way is by observing the tashkil that is on top of the letters. You see, when there is a fusion, the first of the two letters will always have nothing on top. This is also an indication that the letter has sukun. But in case that the letter can be fused with the letter that comes after it, then this letter will have no signs on top or under. But if the letter is pronounced fully, then you will see the sukun sign on top of the letter. And of course, the best strategy is to employ both of these tricks to avoid making this mistake. Thanks for watching. If you want to start your journey to learn the tajweed of the Quran, you can click on this link. And if you want to understand the Quran in Arabic, then you should click on that link. And finally, I hope you've learned something new today, and I will see you next time.